if you just know a word and you know the meaning, if you know the word and the meaning, and that's all you know about it, you really are not doing your students justice, you know. For instance, if you look in a dictionary, it is thundering. You look that up in a dictionary, and it's going to give you Animiki Ka. And that's the word for thundering. But if that's all you know about it, there's no cultural knowledge attached to that. And so I guess I'm being privileged to be aware and be exposed to the cultural knowledge regarding this. So I always tell my students that really, you know what it is, it's Animiki. When you break it up, that's the word for thunderbirds. So my students always say, okay, that's the word for thunderbirds. What are thunderbirds? So thunderbirds are those animals that you can hear when the thunder comes. And you really can't see them. They're a spiritual being, but they are the ones that bring the thunder. And a lot of our names, or our Indian names, are associated with the thunder beings. For instance, my name, Gagi Gebenes, everlasting thunderbird. So that's how, so that comes in there. So then what you got, Animiki, when you put that Kaa suffix at the end of it, what it is that there's an abundance of thunderbirds, is what that is really what you're saying. Abundance of thunderbirds. And so because they're spiritual beings, and because they are very, very important in our language and in our culture, we're taught that whenever you hear thunderbirds come, you need to offer tobacco. They come here, and they're traveling right through, and so they're picking up all our offerings of tobacco. When I was very young, I recall my father would get the whole family up. We'd all sit up when it was thundering, and we all make a tobacco offering. And then we would sit up until they left, because we want to honor the fact that we're being visited by these spiritual beings. And he said, you can't see them, but you can hear them. And so once you do that, then you keep on going, then they continue on their journey. And so they are appeased that way. And so one night, I was laying in bed, and I could hear thunder, and I knew that I should get up and put tobacco out, but I was very tired. So I lay there, and I thinking, okay, I've got to get up and go and offer some tobacco. And now it was the last thing I remembered, and I drifted off to sleep. All of a sudden, a big bolt of lightning. Okay, I said. So I got up, and it was dark outside. And I didn't notice it at the time, but everything was dark. Even the street lights were off. So I went outside, put my tobacco on. That's curious. Came back inside, went to bed. Well, the next morning, apparently what happened was that there was a thunderbolt that hit the transformer at the corner, and it took out the whole street. Took out all of the electricity for that whole block. And I said, I apologize, that was my fault. I didn't offer tobacco in time, and I take responsibility for that. But on a serious note too, like I'm a skeptic, and so I have to see it proven in order for me to believe it. Belief requires faith, and so before I could find faith, I would always question everything. And so I would test it. I'd sit out in the woods by myself, and I could hear the thunderbirds coming. All right, I'm not giving tobacco. They're going to keep on going anyway, and they keep on going, and they come and they stay. I know they're waiting for my tobacco. I could hear them, but I said, my tobacco wouldn't affect anything like that. So I held on to my tobacco, and they just stayed and stayed. Okay, so let me see what happens. So I offered my tobacco, and immediately they started to leave. So I said, oh, that's a coincidence. So I did it again. So they stuck around. Finally I offered it. The moment I did that, they kept on. I said, wow, they showed me something there. So Animiki ka, the plural actually is Animikig.